Well, international cooperation is the goal of a new educational model called Fab Lab, a teen learning program developed at MIT to bring together students from around the world to work on common problems with shared technology. Our Alisa Hines visited Oklahoma's first Fab Lab at Will Rogers Middle School in Claremore, Oklahoma.
There's a new type of learning going on at Will Rogers Junior High. It uses pluses and minuses, but not in the traditional way.
Most of the machines are a subtractive process, which means you take a block of something or a sheet of something and you subtract what you don't want to leave you with the product. The 3D printer is an additive process. You start with nothing and it builds whatever piece you want out of ABS plastic.
It's part of their new Fab Lab, a fabrication laboratory that, according to tech ed instructor David Eisenbart, will be used to get students interested in manufacturing and engineering.
We're going to use those for problem-solving activities. We're going to use them for competitions. We're going to use them for wherever I can get the students to have a useful purpose for them. We're going to integrate them into our tech ed curriculum.
Tools students like Samuel Riley and Kyle Brown use to create things like ping pong ball shooters.
You just draw it on the computer, you measure it, and you just type in the measurements, and then you just go down to the Fab Lab and put it in, and it'll do exactly what you tell it to do.
Okay, we gotta close this first.
Oh, yeah.
And according to Kyle, there's a good reason to use the Fab Lab.
Because if it's not accurate, then you might come up too short, and then you can't make something. Or you might come up too long, and you can't fit it in something.
Like a car that runs by magnet power. Andrew Hocutt and Jimmy Hunter designed the car using the computer and then used the Fab Lab to create it.
0.240.
Well, we had to have the shot butt cut out the body. The wheels were cut out with the epilogue laser, and the body probably took the longest to design.
Now, according to Jimmy, it's not all that easy to learn.
You gotta put a lot of hard work and effort into it, especially when it comes down to all the math work and all the designing. It's very hard.
But in the long run, the lab does what it's designed to do, to get students thinking about the future.
I thought about architect, something like that, but I'm not positive yet. I have a lot of just possibilities. I don't know.
Now, I understand the Claremore Fab Lab is in its startup stages, but I know advocates of the program believe that these small labs could be a revolution in do-it-yourselfers all around the world.
That's right. They're hoping if they give them the technology, they'll be able to solve their own problems. They're calling it the harbinger of the return of the village craftsman in this high-tech world.
Now, these labs are all across the world now?
There's a few here in the United States, they're in Africa and in Europe.